This is fraction addition using fraction blocks. So we're going to demonstrate how we add fractions. First, quickly, let's review these fraction blocks. So our whole is this double hexagon, the pink one. Compared to that is our hexagon, which is a half, these yellow ones. And that's 1/2 because two of them make one whole. So one of them is 1 out of 2 of the whole. Our chevron, the black ones, are 1/3. Trapezoids are 1/4 because it takes 4 of them to make a whole. Our rhombuses are 1/6 of the whole, and one triangle is 1/12 of the whole. So we need to remember that as we do this addition. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our two fractions that we're going to add together. For example, 1/4 plus 1/3. We're going to model each one of those separately. So this one's 1/4 of the whole. This one is 1/3 of a whole. Now we're going to combine those. So take those, combine them. Now what we need to do is we need to find a single block that can cover all of this 1/4 plus 1/3 in a single color so that we have the same base. So we can try different ones. So we could maybe try blue ones. It's close, but the problem with the blue one is that it overlaps some. It has to be exact. So the blue ones don't work. So we're going to go smaller. And what ends up working is the 12ths. So we're going to cover it. So what this actually ends up being is that 1/4 is the same as 3/12. That 1/3, this right here, is the same as 4/12. Combine them together to see how many 12ths in total. Well, that would be 7/12, or 7 out of 12 of the whole. Because 12 triangles could fill it all, but we only have 7 of them. So it's 7/12 of the whole. So that's fraction addition. Let's do a couple more examples here. 1/2 plus 1/6. So if we have a half, plus 1/6 of a whole, so we could just throw it right on there. We combined them already. Now we need to make the same color fit all of them. Well, we actually can do that with the blue ones. So you don't always have to change both fractions. So what I end up having there is I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sixths of the whole. Now you might actually recognize that we could have used thirds. So this would have fit perfectly over those as well. So instead of 6, we could have said that was 2/3 because they fit perfectly over that. So that's another example. One more example, let's do 2/3 plus 1/2. So if I have 1/2 and 2/3, this one's a little bit tricky because if I combine this 1/2 and 2/3, I actually end up with more than one whole. If I can recognize this right here, if I look at it like this, right here is actually one whole. Okay, so I'm going to see I have this much left over as well, which turns out to be 1/6. So I end up with one whole and 1/6 of the whole. Or if we were to cover just all of that, we would see it like this. And that is 7/6, which is the same. So that's showing that fraction addition. So I'm going to write a few examples or questions on the board that I want you to try. So 1/3 plus 1/6. 2/3 plus 1/4. And 3/4 plus 1/2. So pause the video and try those. I'm going to write the answers to these in a second so you can check your answers.